हाय एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक। आज के इस वीडियो में हम देखेंगे हाउ टू क्रिएट पोर्टफोलियो वेबसाइट यूजिंग HTML एंड CSS ओनली। एंड दिस website is going to be animated and everything is created with HTML and CSS only. So if you are beginner also, you can create this easily. You will not going to feel that anything is difficult here, because I'm going to explain everything in this video. So start watching and try to understand that how things are being created here, like animation, blur animation, revealing animation, linear gradient, how I'm implementing the different kind of things which is created by the just using CSS only. So you can see and learn different tricks which I'm using here to animate the things with the CSS only. And I hope you will get to learn a lot of the things in this video with just using CSS. So let's see first the demo, that how it's going to be look. So this is the portfolio website. If I reload it, it has the cool loader and this cool animation as well. This is being revealed and this is animating. Let's see again. You can see the text is being revealed and this text background is being animated nicely. You can see the button is also animated somewhat, and if I hover, you can see the section is animated. And this is just implemented with CSS only. The only thing I have used in the JavaScript, that is this animation when I'm scrolling, and with the help of intersection observer I'm applying just animation, but that is optional. You can animate with the CSS only. I will tell you that how you can skip this JavaScript part, and without this also your website will look cool. And here it is short navigation to navigate to the different sections of this portfolio website. You can see on navigation also each section is animating and coming by animating in the viewport. And here in the footer also links border bottom is animated here. Here this is the also border bottom animated, but I have to remove this border bottom here. I just have to exclude this animation from these social profiles. So let's just first remove this. I just have to uh, exclude this from social profiles A, and by this selector I can just exclude this A tag which is being used here. Let me switch to the code so that you can see. So here I'm just excluding this part so that it doesn't apply here. You can see now it is had been removed from here. So here if I see folder, I have just an image folder, just an index file, index.html file, and an CSS file and one JavaScript file. But this part is optional. You can skip this JavaScript if you don't know the JavaScript, or you just started learning HTML and CSS and want to create website. So in images also I have categorized different part of images. Like I have categorized the skill images in the skill folder and feature images in the feature folder, and rest of the images are outside. And let's see the structure first. So this is the basic structure, and the semantic structure is being used here. So you can see the header, main and footer. So the basic part of HTML, this is HTML full document, then head, then body, and inside body we have header, main section and footer section. Inside main section we have different sections like banner, social proof, about, skill section, project section, and service section, and why me sections, and contact section. So in the banner section we just have the about the developer. This is the grid line element which is being used here to create this gradient background. And if I tell you about this globing animation behind this image, so it is being used with the blob. You can create blob using blob maker website online here. This is the website and you can create different type of shape of blob here and just export as an SVG. You can click here, copy the SVG, or even you can download from here. So I directly has use the SVG icon and just directly being used is being used inside image div to place it just behind the image so that I can just animate this part. And if I inspect you and show you, I'm using blur to give this uh, glowing animation. So if I show you and if I remove this blur, you can see the full SPG here. You can see the clearly this is blob. So if I again apply the filter blur, it will glow. So this is the trick behind the CSS, that how you can use different type of things. There is the many tricks which you use, your UI looks more better. Just like that, this grid also created by the linear gradient background. There is also a trick to create this vertical line and horizontal line and this dot through the linear gradient background. And this animation also, which is being revealed, initially it is blur and then it being clear. So this is also created with CSS. Initially the filter blur is 20 pixel and after 1 second filter blur is 0. And this you can see this micro interaction animation which is just being used with transform scale y, transform translate y. So we are just translating some pixel in y direction or top so that we can animate on hover. And this blob glow light, you can also see that it is also being created with the blur option. If I show you, this is 40%. If I remove the filter blur option, you can see this is just a rectangle and background is being used as a linear gradient. If I apply the filter, it just looks like glowing dew. And here again it is just a different section being using it. The grid is being used here to show the different grid items. It is feature of projects, same like this. And here if I talk about this glow animation, I'm using the background image here, and same here background image also being used in the footer as well. So this is not difficult, all is very easy. And if I go into this my CSS, yes, we are using the CSS 3, that is latest version of the CSS. So if I show you, I have used minimum CSS for the media query because that is not, I have written this portfolio website in such a way that you will require less media query to make it responsive. So you hardly see the media query here because I have used very minimum CS for the media query because I have written the responsive, I have used the responsive units so that it's by default the most of the CSS is responsive. Here you can see the for font size. If I go to the headings, you can see the font size is responsive units being used here. The clamp minimum font size 20 pixel and maximum font size max maybe 48 pixel. And if we resize the window, it will take the value between them. Like it can vary from 24 pixel to 48 pixel, and it will adopt the medium values, that is lie based on the 4 viewport width. You can see that we are using the keyframe animation to animate the things. So if you want to create this project, mainly three things are required to where you may feel slightly difficult if you are not learn those topics. So let's talk about that. You first learn the linear gradient, how linear gradient works with the different colors, and the transform and the filter option in CSS. There is a filter property in the CSS. You can learn about that, and after that you can just animate this easily. And this loader animation is very simple. We This loader is just a div, and we have